Welcome back to What Matters Gulf Coast. Thank you again for joining us. And we have a very special person with us today, and he's going to address some very special, important, urgent issues that are going on in our communities, in our city, in our state, across the country. I am speaking of Marvin Charles Lew Jr., who is the current pastor at Stewart Memorial CME Church in Mobile, Alabama. He is on a divine assignment to bring about holistic change for the betterment of humanity through the message of salvation and empowerment found in Jesus Christ. Pastor Lew holds a Bachelor of Arts degree in religion with a minor in English from Morehouse College and a Master of Divinity degree in church administration and pastoral care and counseling. He has been serving in ministry since 1990 with pastoral ministry experience in Georgia, Florida, and Missouri. Pastor Lew has played significant leadership roles in Christian education, evangelism, and ministerial development within the Christian Methodist Episcopal Church. He has been recognized and honored with various awards for excellence in preaching, pastoral leadership, Christian education. He is also a founding member and current chairman of the Board of Ministerial Examination for the Southeast Alabama region of the CME Church. Additionally, he serves as the chair of the Mobile Movement, Faith in Action Alabama, and Mobile for Real. Despite experiencing challenges and hardships throughout his life, including health issues, a nomadic childhood, and personal struggles, Pastor Lew has persevered and sees these experiences as shaping him into a stronger and wiser servant of the Lord. He is a proud member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, a master mason, and an author of various inspirational posts on social media. Pastor Lew continues to pursue achievement and enlightenment while remaining focused on his calling in Christ Jesus. And Pastor Lew is going to talk with us about some of the community events that he's involved in. So the next person you hear will be from Pastor Lew, the current pastor at Stewart Memorial CME Church. Pastor Lew.
Good afternoon, and thank you so much for having me today.
Thank you for attending. Talk to us a little bit about some of the community involvements, because I know you're very heavily involved in the community.
Yes, ma'am. Currently, I'm honored to serve as the pastor of the Stewart Memorial CME Church on Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue. We are the heart of the avenue and beyond. We strive to be ambassadors for hope, change, and restoration, not only for the spiritual body, but the holistic community as well. We also are blessed to share as a founding member of the Mobile Hub of Faith in Action, Alabama, where we are building community, honoring God, and creating pathways of opportunity for all Mobilians, all Alabamians, and those who call the United States home. We also are honored to serve in various organizations. We mentioned Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, where we stand for achievement in every field of human endeavor. But most importantly, the reason why I'm here today is to continue to share my heart, my thoughts, and my desires for our city to be a safer place where we stop now, live now, because we all want to live. where we take the time and look at some of the policies that we have in place in our city that may be inhibiting underserved communities or people who may feel that they're part of the least lost and left behind. We want to turn practice into policy so that all citizens of Mobile will feel that they have a place and that they matter in the port city.
Can you talk to us a little bit about your involvement? I know you're on the board with the GRIP project. Can you talk with us a little bit about that?
I was honored to be approached to be a part of Project GRIP at its inception. And the reason why I called it an honor is because in the midst of the work that we do serving our community, unfortunately, we've had to bury too many young men, too many young women, too many people of color and character because of senseless violence. As a young man who has dealt with health challenges, both physically and mentally, I do also understand the pressures and pains of dealing with thoughts of suicide. And when we brought those two things together, it just made sense for me to sit at the table, not only as a spokesperson for those who've experienced these tragedies, but also as a conduit of change to help bring understanding of why these things are happening. I am so proud of the work that Reagan and Quan are doing. I'm so proud of the work that Project GRIP is doing because it allows the academy to sit down with the community to so that we can all see how these things are playing out and also find better ways to address them and eradicate them so that we can live in safer streets and safer homes and safer neighborhoods.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Uh, Faith in Action, which is another one of the organizations that you're involved in. Can
Yes,
you
ma'am.
talk with us a little about that?
Again, Faith in Action came to being in the summer of 2015. I was asked by my then presiding bishop, Bishop Teresa Jefferson Snorton, to sit on in some advisory sessions of this newfound movement. I then took it to heart and was a part of the founding group that started here, the Mobile Hub. And I was also honored to serve as the first chair of the board of directors of the statewide movement known as Faith in Action Alabama. Again, Faith in Action Alabama deals with building community, honoring God, and creating pathways of opportunity for all Alabamians. Here in the port city, we have been blessed to be the key voice and architects of establishing the first public defender's office here in Mobile County. We have also been blessed to be street ambassadors through our night walks. We've also been blessed to be able to sit at the table of impacting change in our communities when it comes to law enforcement, when it comes to communications with city administration, and when it comes to bringing understanding to the social issues that are impacting our citizens from Tolmanville to Tillman's Corner. We believe in the fact that if we build community, honor God, we cannot help but to create pathways of opportunity for all people of character and color, whether that hue be white, black, red, or brown.
Okay. With Faith in Action, about how many members, Pastor, would you say you have in the city of Mobile or Mobile County?
In the city of Mobile, we have 12 active congregations who are with us. We have a cadre of pastors and religious leaders who serve with us. And we are building a grassroots network in order for the common man, as we would say, to know that they have a place at the table. We cannot do this work by ourselves. Uh, all of us are being impacted by gun violence.
Yes.
All of us are being impacted by injustices because of color or economics. All of us are having challenges making sure that all of our schools are providing quality education for all of our young people. So there's room, there's work, and there's worth for all who desire to be a part of the change.
Talk to us a little bit about the Public Defender's Office. How did that come about, and what type of an impact for the community will that be?
The significance of the public defender's office is simply this. Uh, Too many times, individuals who have been accused of crimes were sitting in courtrooms, and it was like a lottery. You get picked or you didn't get picked. Adequate inadequate representation was being held, which caused some individuals to unnecessarily be incarcerated. The public defender's office now offers quality legal representation for those who cannot afford to hire private attorneys for themselves. We are proud to know that that office is culturally diverse and equipped with some of the most efficient and effective counselors of attorney here in the city. We are especially grateful for the leadership of Mr. Art Powell, who serves as the director of the Public Defender's Office for Mobile County. And we thank you for his continued open door policy so that we can keep a checks and balance on how things are progressing and so that we can continue to get our community the help that it needs, because all of our boys, all of our girls are not criminals. We all have made mistakes, but there are sometimes we do not want to contribute to the prison industrial system that appears to be making Alabama richer than Nick Saban himself.
Exactly, exactly. Um, with faith in action, how can we, the public, how can we help?
With Faith in Action, the Mobile Hub, join us. That's how we can help. Join us. Go to our Faith in Action Mobile Hub Facebook page. You can say, I heard your interview today, Pastor Lou, and I want to be a part of the team. We have upcoming meetings um, next Thursday, rather, especially, I'm sorry, next Thursday, uh, June the 29th at 6 p.m. It will be at Stewart Memorial CME Church, 1266 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue. Come sit down and see what our summer strategy looks like and how you can play a part. We need everyone at the table, regardless of your religious affiliation, regardless of your color, regardless of your economic or educational acumen. We need you at the table because all of us are part of this community. All of us are children of a supreme being, and all of us want to make sure we create pathways for our neighbors, because when our neighbors grow, we grow. When our neighbors shine, we shine. And when our neighbors prosper, we all succeed.
That's true. That's true. Uh, moving back to Project Grip, because I know you're heavily involved with that. How can we, and in the public, how can we as the public get involved with Project Grip? I know they're about to wind down, but are there any things we can do or things that volunteers have done?
As Quan and Reagan shared with us earlier, we are wrapping up, they're wrapping up their interviews with community leaders and stakeholders and those who have been impacted by gun violence. When you hear the call, answer it. When you see Project Grip in the streets, see what's going on, understand the impact that this work is doing for the betterment of our community. And we're all looking forward to the results of the studies that are being done so that we will be able to better address, especially in our educational system, the signs and thoughts that our young people are expressing so that we will be able to see the triggers, so that we will be able to have the tools to stand in and say, we're not going to allow this to happen to you. You will not be a you will not be a statistic. You will be a star. You will be a shining star.
Do you see a connection between both of those organizations that you are heavily involved in?
Extremely, because again, Project Grip helps us with the academy. Faith in Action helps us with the community, and Stewart Memorial helps us with the whole. I really believe that all of us are interconnected. And as I was taught as a young boy, once you find your lane, stay in your lane. Keep up with the traffic, because when we are able to ride together, we're able to achieve together. And when we're able to achieve together, we're able to make things happen together.
Pastor Lou, we are about to wrap up our interview with you. And you, as I said earlier, you're very heavily involved in the community. You're not just a pastor on Sunday, you're just as involved all during the week as you are on that Sunday. Do you have any closing thoughts you would like to share with us?
My grandfather instilled this hymn in me that has become my mantra for living. A charge to keep we have, a God to glorify, a never dying soul to save and serve, and fitted for the sky. To serve this present age is our calling to fulfill. Or may it all our powers engage to do our master's will, that will of justice, that will of equity, that will of equality, that will of creating opportunities for others. Because we want to leave a legacy that simply says, if I can help somebody as I pass along,
Yes.
then my living would not have been in vain. Thank you again for this opportunity.
And thank you too, Reverend Lou. And we would like to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us again. This has been a very interesting discussion. And you know now that there are two organizations that are very heavily involved in all of this. And you can certainly volunteer, as Pastor Lou had recommended. Go take a look at the Facebook page and see if you cannot connect with this. People, there are lots of people out there doing good things. There are lots of young folks out there doing good things. And we want to encourage them, support them, and be right there by their side, partner with them. So, once again, thank you for joining us. And we will see you again next Sunday at 4 p.m. for What Matters Gulf Coast.